But I've had a really nice time, thank you.
Done?
And before I conclude, one of the coolest things about what we get to do as artists, if someone's dumb enough to put a microphone in front of our mouths and plug it in, sometimes we get to use it for good. I've spent the last 10 years of life focusing on standing up to hate, bullying, making ours a sectarian society, no matter who it was and who they were after. And I remember when John Lennon died, there was still a teen at the end of my age, mind you. But I was a Hollywood punk rocker and I heard John Lennon had been shot. And I shamelessly, made a comment like, well, there's one less Beatle in the world. Because I didn't care for the Beatles, just being honest. And the people that I were with yelled at me, cussed at me, chided me, told me how awful, what an awful thing I said was. And I just want to say, I'm cool with there being no Beatles in the world, but John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, George Harrison were four of the greatest songwriters, greatest musicians. I just didn't know it then when I was a teenager, and all I knew were Beatles songs, and I was listening to the Sex Pistols. But what a dumb thing for me to say, but I said it in front of my friends in a small group. I didn't say it on the internet. Yesterday, an actor named Paul Walker died, and because this too young to die man starred in a series of films called Fast and the Furious, and he died in a Porsche in a car wreck. I guess it's okay to make fun of how he died, and I guess it's okay to say that he deserved it. Or the comment that really reminded me of me was, well, at least he won't be around to make any more of those bad movies. This actor made one of my favorite suspense movies in history, Joyride. I think it's on my top 10 list of real movies as well. And irrelevant. Other people are posting things that say things like, great, the whole world's all excited about one guy who dies. Well, by the end of the year, thus amount of people are going to die of this, and this, or this. Put it in perspective. I think there's more than enough room in the grave for everybody. And I think there's more than enough grief to go around. And I don't think just because we mourn an actor, we're taking away from people with AIDS or our troops. And how would these people like it when they post that their cat Fluffy died and how sad they are? And I say, you know what, the troops are overseas dying. Put it in perspective. How do you think they would feel? Because there's two kinds of people in the world. There's people who say whatever they want. Then there's the people who sit and go, I can't believe they just said it, and if I said the same thing to them, they'd bite my head off. I just want to use my platform, that is Paisley, to remind people that internet hate is a sin, period. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you put it, no matter how right what you're saying is, and whatever God you believe in frowns upon it. I'm not chiding my audience, I'm encouraging my audience to speak up when they see this happening and say, hey, can we put a sock in this? Can we please put a sock in this? Because it is bullying, it's cyberbullying. And when and no one went after me, but if I post a picture of Paul Walker, which I did, and someone attacks me on my page, they don't realize that's bullying me and putting me in a position of either acting just like them or not doing anything at all, which is even worse. And I'm very sad for anybody who dies younger than we want them to, which is everybody. And I love your cat Fluffy. And I'm very sorry your cat died, and I'm very sorry people are dying of AIDS, and I'm very sorry the troops will still die overseas. I'm very sorry for all of it. But all these things that we love and respect and admire should not die in vain. Even Fluffy wouldn't want us to have an excuse to trample on the needs and dreams and feelings of another human being. Amen?
Amen.